Yeah. Beautiful, the same. Okay, thank you.
No, God is excellent. Just in this way, I mean, muntu azikhalani akuziwanyisa ndisina chili chonse chimene chimakuvuta chichokeretu mukhalira wina kuitsuyo so why did this guy umani I don't even know also it's complicated from the beginning because I was on family planning no I think I'm a few and I didn't miss the game because there wasn't hey, you know the doctors, they don't know what is happening. We accepted it, put up accepted it, but still, we must put in another work hard. Are we? First, we can have a work hard. Maybe because you know what? Even my contraceptive that, we don't need this to they are bad, those people. They are bad. Ndipo ile unakanda mtu. Nimeona kwa mtangwera. Unajifute ujeni. Victor. Makoti tu hivi ndio ndio tunafanya Victor. Unasema ana mapana. Financial reporting is for year 3. Yes. The current service. But then I have an issue. Yes. I've completed my master's with Professor Mathematics. Never research I have to wait for confirmation from Angola. Una de procedure. Amashtaka isikunaje. Inaenda mwe doctor. Unaona internet. Kabla nikupata nimemwona consider kwenye I would consider that India. It's the Senate that approves that. It's not the thing. Submitted with the doctorate degree. That means they don't like you can save this one and get on the timetable in here. You go and see the class that no class. Good. All right. Let me know. Good. I don't know when I was on paper, I come and I know umuntu kakaudo wawerengera omati baizano nthawi yakuti andikule koma ndirabe kuvuta yeah.
No. I think it was such
No, if you have a phone, yes, maybe inside the bag. Because if you have a phone, you just have to hold on. Today, unfortunately, my phone is almost off, so I've left it in the office. No, you go, if you have a phone.
Go inside?
Yes, go and phone and there. Come in. What do you want? Yes. Yes. I don't know where your friends are.
Yeah.
You should be the fall is not smart.
Yeah.
But how much?
I'm fine.
Your name?
Someone
Come again?
Someone wanted.
Muhone.
Yeah.
Where do you come from, Muhone?
Ghana.
Priscilla won't tell me do it. I don't know what more.
Unajua kama wadi babu bajabadile.
What's the table like that?
No, I think
People in Uganda, Priscilla, Rudy.
okay.
They don't know.
Rodine sedi. Oh, sedi. Rodine lero sanga bwetu.
Oh.
Rodine ngo weekend.
Rudy is on.
Eh.
Roddy.
Oh, yeah, Rodine wina ujende wine.
Rudy is on.
Where they
I don't know where you live.
in the phone night here but today.
You want to see stories?
I think first timetable. I think maybe it was Wednesday. So many might say yes now. And a group. They're not particular with what they do. Are you good? Oh, now maybe. Are you good? What's that? We not done. Oh. See good take off. No, I think second week, and I'm stable. Okay, ndiye kutame leo wina kuziwa ya buru ya ini ya mao. Okay. Tifundisana ndije ndimuone. Financial reporting. In fact, before we start, I am Dr. Keta. I'll take you through this subject. In the first instance, let's find out the meaning of our subject and its importance of us sitting together talking about it. Okay? What is financial? Well, what is finance? You are in second year. Where did you do your first year?
Oh, my first and second.
What was your third year? This third year.
I was at Catholic.
Come again?
I was at Catholic.
Catholic University. Good. Let's talk about the finance of financial. What does it mean? What does it mean? We should not be talking financial reporting. What is finance? What is finance? Just suggest, because the problem of students is that you always think that the subjects that you are learning are something different to normal life, which is wrong. Yes. Finance or financial, what is it?
It's more or less like the finance is more or less like money.
Yes. When we are talking of finance, we are talking of money. Yes, we are talking of money, and money for everybody, and everybody thinks about money ever. Yes, money. Yes. So reporting.
Reporting is like you are trying to collect the information or the data and try to record it in form of maybe putting some accounts.
Good. Then the last thing, because we are talking of reporting. Reporting, yes, you have done part of it, but you're supposed to show to other people or present to somebody. That's reporting. Because if I can say, your first name? Samuel. Samuel, can you go and pick, let's say, a pen from my office? What are you going to do? You are going to go there and report. I have read it, I have not seen it. Okay? It means you take a report or you take something, information or data, as they have already said, you present it to other people. Good. So that's really what we are talking about when we are talking about the financial reporting. Financial reporting is a standard bit. Okay? Financial reporting is a standard or practice that uses financial statements to disclose a company's financial information and performance over a particular period of time. Usually maybe 1 year or quarterly. So as the financial reporters, we are supposed to know the meaning of our subject. We are talking that when we are talking about financial reporting, we take information or data from statements of a company and then present it to the right people that want that information. So it is something very important, as I've already said. Why should it be important? Why should it be important? You think, why should it be important? It's the information that you collect from the statements of the company or organization, and then you present it to the people that want it. Why is it important that we should sit down here in class and learn about financial reporting? On a general term, on a normal term, as I've already said. Why should it be important?
Maybe to increase and improve the productivity of the company.
Very good. Yes. We have to know the stand of the company, then make a decision how to improve. Good. How to improve it. So, financial reporting is very, very important in the company. That's why there's part of it that you will have to sit down and talk about it. Because when you're going to the company, then, as they are saying, it means you are the one that is going to make the company change. Why? Because you are going to report. After reporting, the right people are going to know what to do about it, what next. If they are not making profit, if they are not performing well, it means they will expect to perform well after seeing what you have done in your report. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Good. So, this is a very important subject, and it has so many advantages that we can think about. But in the normal term, If you were all of you, I would have given you the assignment today. Because if I fail to give you early, some of you students did not write fast. And yet, this time, once you fail to submit an assignment, it attracts money. So it will be difficult for you to let's say, go ahead. Because if it needs payment, then no disclosure of results without you paying. So it's better the first day we meet, we would have given each other assignments. Maybe I should give it to you. You are going to share your friend.
I think here they come. I think that's good.
Oh, that's when you want? Good. Okay. So, we as the financial reporters are supposed to know that our subject is very, very important to us as well as the organization. So, I think we just have to go to the start of the course outline that we are supposed to have. The course outline will be given to you when your friends come, but now I want us to go to the conceptual framework. Conceptual framework. What is a concept? What is a concept? What is a concept?
Concept.
Yes. You know why? Because you, as the third year, you have ever learned accounting and you know what a concept is. That's why I start to. What is a concept? You don't know. Conceptual framework.
Let me just try. It says, maybe the arrangement.
Arrangement.
How is it arranged?
Good. Your framework is your skeleton. Okay? That's your framework. The frame of the door, you know it. That makes it stand as it is, that's the framework. So for us to have financial reporting, we have a framework where we base on when we are reporting. That's what it means. Concept is a regulation. Okay? It's a regulation, it's a concept. A concept is something that you say, this is what we have to do whenever we're doing this. The concept of, let's say, moving is you start the left leg, the right side. Then, So that's the concept. So when we are talking about let's say a conceptual framework for financial reporting, this is what we want to understand when we are talking about the concepts for the regulations that we base on when we are reporting. So conceptual framework is a field where we are concerned with the statement of generally accepted theories, principles, which form the frame of reference for financial reporting. Okay. What are we saying? We, based on the theories of the principles that we base on when we are reporting. This you have ever learned, but because we are now in financial reporting, that's why you think it's something different. In accounting, what are the concepts of some examples of the concepts of accounting? Some rules of accounting or principles that we base on when we're doing accounting. Based on standards, don't we? My standards is similar to the level to my standards. Simple Pangajonjo. Similar to the level of accounting, similar to that. True. Yes. You based on standards, don't you? My standards are accounting, so what's it? Okay. Manoli bukako ajauma mabisa nchini kumpuyo wati usatari usiawelindani. Okay. Good. So we have so many principles and standards that we base on. Mainly the theories and the principles that we use or we base on provide the basis for the development of the new accounting standards and the evaluation of those already existing. In fact, what happens is the framework. Standards change. It's not always that they are the same. Okay? What example can I give? If you think about let's say, the way we were doing accounting in our days, it's not the way that you are doing accounting now. Why? Principles change. Okay? Principles change to say, because of time and because of maybe other things, other principles that are fading out, they update now and then. So, in that way, the framework is always in line with that time that they are doing accounting. That's why, in most cases, when we are referring in accounting, we don't refer a book that is, let's say, 10 years ago, over 10 years ago, we don't. Why? Because the principles change. Okay. The way we were reading books last time is not the way we're reading now, we're doing now. And not only that, if I can tell you, in my time, when I was at the university, we could fetch for books, but this time, it's just at the end of your fingertips, you find information Google. Is it? So things change like that. Even principles and theories change as we are going, if we're talking over accounting. So while we are looking into the framework, we are looking into the framework because the framework may be that other people knew sometimes. It's not the theory, the framework that we can use this time. Okay? Yeah. Good. So there are other things that we can talk about the framework. As I've already said, is the basis of developing new accounting standards. You have always, when you want to change, you have to have an old one, is it? Yes. For you to change, I know this rule is outdated, therefore we have to change. So we have another danger that can be there when the framework is not changed. The danger of not having a framework, a conceptual framework. If you don't have a conceptual framework, always things cannot move well. Iwe ukali skeleton. Ndio mtumao unaoneka mwili. Siku au unaoneka mwili. Sitot. Yes, that's what we are talking about. If we are talking of the frame of accounting, if there is no framework, it will be difficult for us to know exactly how to report or how to do accounting. It means maybe here at the University of Lilongwe, we will base on other things. Maybe at the DMI, they will base on other things. Maybe where you were at Catholic University, they will teach other things. So that is discouraged in accounting. Always, when we are talking about the principles and theories, whereby it's the conceptual framework of us to report or to base on accounting, it means the whole world will base on that, if we're talking about accounting. So that's why we are supposed always to know the conceptual framework of financial reporting. So we have advantages and disadvantages of conceptual framework. The advantages, I will give you this information, but it's better if you have a pen, you should be writing down things like that. Because sometimes you can't find them in the book. But when you go in the book, when you go into a book, you read and connect, you really understand where. Okay? Conceptual framework, which is many things here, it will tell you. Unfortunately, it was not over. But normally, when, for example, as we are starting to write, you write conceptual framework, and then you put a star, examiner book. Okay?
Yeah.
Why? This will make you concentrate on that when you are ready. Because don't expect without grammar. Okay? So that is the secret of how you can exactly know that so that I should be a champion or a star when I want. Because it seems like a secondary. Ndimafuna kundiyankha kuti ineyo sindine mphunzitsi wako ngati ndine munthu amene sindikuchidziwa. Mind you, in class it's 20%, 80% is done by you. Okay? So ine ndimango masula kuti umve bwino bwino, but the most part of it is yourself. Research at the university is very important. So we want to talk about advantages and disadvantages of conceptual framework. Advantages. When we are talking about the advantages, the situation, don't write the whole of it. Understand that then write just what you want to understand. The situation is avoided whereby standards are developed on a punch web basis, where a particular accounting problem is recognized as having emerged, and resources were then channeled into standardizing accounting practice. One, you say, advantage, standardizing accounting practice. We standardize means black school Congo, America, USA. What it means we are based on the same what? Principles. So first advantage is standardizing accounting practice. You get the point?
Yeah.
Good. The second one, don't write again. Okay? The second one is as stated above that we want to standardize the development of certain standards, particularly national standards, have been subject to considerable political interference from interested parties. What are we talking about here? We are talking about if we read it open. My politicians are aware now. Who must see what happens to money? Where there is money, if you go to the eye is there. Okay? They will manipulate the principles so that they should be getting money, as you know, politicians. So that is what they mean. It means no political interference. That's the second advantage. No political interference in the principle and the theory. So we are saying there is no political interference. Where there is a conflict of interest, where people have got special interest, they can change rules. Okay? For example, politicians, they can change rules. But that is not there because the principles are only one where everybody bases on the same principles and theories, which is the framework. You get it? So that's some of the advantages of the conceptual framework. The other one is it is less open to criticism. Nobody can criticize. So that is another advantage. Less criticism. So less open to criticism. So these are some of the advantages that we have when we're talking of the conceptual framework. The other one can be some standards may concentrate on the income statement, whereas some may concentrate on the valuation of net assets. So what are we talking here? We're talking to say if there is no standardization or no conceptual framework, it means other people can concentrate on the income statement, others they can concentrate on the balance sheet where they will be concentrating. But because of the one rule that is there, which is based in the conceptual framework, it means no such thing that one is going only to be based on others. Everybody is the same. So what can we say as an advantage? We are going to say we all based on the statement of financial statements. We all based, say the other one. We all based on financial statements. Okay, then disadvantages now. You are going to read and find more when you are going to be reading, but these are just to open your eye and understand exactly what we mean. Disadvantages of conceptual framework. We're saying financial statements are intended for a variety of users, and it is not certain that a single conceptual framework can be diverse, which will suit all users. What are we saying? We're saying that despite it is a framework that everybody bases in, but it's not everybody that will like the principles and rules is basing in this area. Okay? So it's not everyone, it's not every user disadvantage. It's not every user that is going to be free with it or is going to suit him. So that is the first disadvantage. And the other disadvantage is given the diversity of user requirements, there may be a need for a variety of accounting standards, each produced for a different purpose and with different concepts of basis. So what are we saying? We are saying that a disadvantage is there because we use different purposes in accounting, okay? So this is a disadvantage. Different purposes can be used, or different concepts of basis can be used. For example, maybe I should highlight you there. Have you ever heard about ratio? Ratio analysis?
Ratio analysis, never. Yeah.
Good. So it means somebody can use, let's say, ratio budget. Remember? I'm being over. So this men are doing that about them. Mundu win ratio analysis. Muna research ratio analysis. Wina research. So that's a disadvantage. My figures are paramount. Asiana na sigo research okay. You get it? Good. So that is what they are explaining on that disadvantage. You get the point? Good. So the last disadvantage is it is not clear that a conceptual framework makes the task of preparing and then implementing standards any easier than without a framework. What are we talking? Yes, a rule is there, a framework is there that we base on. But are we the ones that are going to be calculating them? It's not. When calculating, anybody can do anything. That's what they are saying. So, preparation and implementation of standards will base on the user. It's advantage. Preparing and implementing standards will base on the user. So if we're talking of a conceptual framework is there and the basis on the generally accepted accounting practice, GAAP. We're talking about that one, we're talking about GAAP. Generally accepted accounting practice. So we should be thinking about the GAAP that is the mainly constitutes or mainly is the main thing in the conceptual framework. So the GAAP is the one that we just have to look into it partially, but we are going to write about that. So when we're talking about the GAAP, it's the General Accepted Accounting Practice, which signifies all the rules that are there, or from what source, whatever source, which governs accounting. This will bear on individual country, because in Malawi and in Zambia, all of us use the same conceptual framework, but there are other areas that bases on the country. How? This will mean that it will base on the company law or the national law, okay? Is it company law or company? You can get confused there. Are we talking of the company? National company. Company law. What are we talking there? We are talking to say, if you are Malawian, we have our own laws in Malawi that are not the same as Zambian law. Therefore, that is what makes us to general accepted accounting principles to have that. So that when they are incorporating it in the conceptual framework, it means they are also including that in the general accepted